Welcome back to our journey of upgrading the Hobby Plus CR18P EVO rock van. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to watch the previous video where we swapped in those new drive shafts to get this rig trail ready. In this episode, we're tackling the suspension by upgrading the stock friction shocks to a set of Injora oil-filled shocks. In my opinion, the friction shocks are one of the weakest points of this van. They make the ride way too bouncy and wobbly, giving the rock van a very unrealistic, toy-like feel. To get started, you'll just need a few basic tools: a small Phillips head, some hex drivers, pliers, and a pair of tweezers. We're using these 45mm Injora oil shocks designed for the FCX24. They are a great fit and fully compatible with the CR18P platform. First, we need to remove all four wheels to get clear access. Once those are off, we'll detach the shocks from both the axle and the chassis, and then disconnect the links. To separate the shock from the link ball, use your pliers to gently pop it out. Removing the metal pivot ball from the link itself can be a bit stubborn. I'm improvising with a pair of tweezers. Just stay patient and be gentle, since these links are made of a softer plastic that you don't want to deform. The Injora kit comes with various brass bushings. We'll only need a few of these to replace the stock plastic spacers. Just make sure you're also using the included rubber O-rings to keep everything sealed and snug. Reinstalling the bushings is straightforward. Just watch your pressure so you don't stress the plastic. Swapping the springs can also be a challenge. While you can technically unscrew the shock end, I found it easier to just unseat the end of the spring and unscrew the coil itself by rotating it until it clears the mount. Injora provides different spring rates. I decided to go with the sturdier set to help support the van's weight. For the shock oil, I'm using a 350 grade. I'm planning to use this van mostly for trail running, so this should give us a nice scale dampening effect. Once filled, make sure to cycle and compress the shocks a few times to bleed out the air bubbles before sealing them up. We're adding about 7 grams of weight. Even better, the suspension travel is massively improved by about 7 millimeters. That's more than double the stroke of the stock setup. The chassis gives you a few mounting options. I originally went with the lowest hole, but after a test, I moved them up. The initial position put too much pressure on the steering and raised the center of gravity a bit too much. We are finally done, and I'm seriously impressed. The van feels like a completely different machine. It's not just the extra travel, the dampening actually works now, and that bouncy vibration is gone. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to be the first to know when I post the next video, where we'll be adding a full set of bearings. See you next time.